Basic concepts about electric guitar pickups. In this video, we will review all the concepts that are essential to understand in broad terms before purchasing electric guitar pickups. This will give you a better understanding of how this fundamental component works, as it is one of the main elements of the instrument. Then we can act accordingly when making possible modifications or improvements to our electric guitar, learn about all the possible options, and know what we really need, so we don't make a mistake when buying a set of pickups, which can often be quite expensive. When the guitar strings are plucked, the vibrations interact with the magnetic field of the electromagnetic pickup, creating a very slight electrical current, generally measured in millivolts. As we know, a simple guitar pickup consists of a coil of copper wire and one or more magnets. That's all there is to it. There are two variables in both factors: the direction of the copper wire wound, known as electrical polarity, and the orientation of the magnet or magnetic field north-south, called magnetic polarity. Let's say this is the direction of the coil for a specific brand, and this is its polarity at the top of the magnet, and at the other end of the magnet would be its opposite pole, in this case, south. There are also electromagnetic pickups that are wound in the opposite direction to the standard, accompanied by reverse polarity. Consequently, if the north pole of the magnet was previously at the top, it would now be at the bottom. To put it simply, it would be like reversing a pickup, and it would pick up the vibrations of the strings from the bottom. This would be the key to hum cancellation when combining a standard single coil with a coil with reverse polarity, whether connected as series or parallel. As I mentioned, we obtain hum cancellation in both series and parallel, but the resulting sound would be very different. When connected in series, we obtain a warm sound with greater output compared to a single coil pickup, such as that generated by humbucker double coil pickups, since their noise cancellation design is based on this system. They also generate greater output than a single coil pickup due to their series connection. When two pickups are connected in series, the output level of a standard single pickup is doubled. In a parallel connection, we obtain the classic sound characteristic of Stratocaster-style guitars when we combine the sound of two pickups in unison, known as the quack sound. In this case, the output level would be identical to that of a single coil pickup, as the output of each pickup is divided in half. However, as mentioned above, the noise cancellation would be the same as in a series connection, in the event that one pickup is combined with another, with polarity and reverse wound. For this reason, Stratocaster pickup sets usually have a center pickup with wound and reverse polarity, referred to as RWRP pickups. The Stratocaster model would be among those that get the most out of this system, as it has two pickup selector positions with noise cancellation. However, this applies to any guitar fitted with single coil pickups, and it is very common for one of the pickups to be RWRP. So keep this in mind when purchasing single coil pickups separately, but I recommend that they be from the same brand. Some manufacturers have different polarities than other brands, and out-of-phase connections can be created when they are combined with each other. This does not mean that pickups from different brands cannot be mixed, but we must always be aware of the characteristics of each model. Double coil pickups can be split if the pickup has 4 wires. This allows us to convert a double coil pickup into a single coil pickup by deactivating one of the coils, a process known as coil split. This should not be confused with coil tap, which involves splitting or cancelling part of the wound of a single coil pickup, usually a high output one, in order to use it at the same time with lower output. This gives us a sound closer to that of a vintage-style single coil. Obviously, the pickup must have been designed with this feature in mind, and they are recognizable by having 3 wires coming out of the coil instead of 2. So be careful with this to avoid wasting money on a 3-wire pickup if you don't intend to use the coil tap feature. All these wiring branches are usually manipulated using a push-pull system, a potentiometer that can be pulled out to activate these branches. It is also possible to use a switch to perform the same operation. I recommend this, as I have never liked how extremely soft push-pull potentiometers are. In my opinion, it would be more advisable to install standard potentiometers and operate these branches using switches.